And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing now is Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Carr going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Jackson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 more on that one and another first down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, got that dagger play, got that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to get that big advantage early.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Let's go, B, let's go.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. No score after one on EA Sports. Now they'll throw with Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
At the 15-yard line. One down.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So, Charles, we are 3 weeks now into the regular season, and we're left with 5 unbeaten teams. Raiders and Broncos in the AFC, over in the NFC, Panthers, Cards, and Rams, all at 3-0. Maybe not the 5 that we would have predicted when the season started, but of that group, who stands out to you?
Well, I'm going to say absolutely all of them. All right, sounds like I'm sitting on the fence, but I'm going to tell you why. Because quarterbacking, always what you're looking at when a team gets off to a hot start, and quarterbacking's been a key for every one of those teams. But I think there's been an addition to each and every one of them. With the Raiders, it's been Derek Carr playing at a high level, but how about how their defense is played? The Broncos, Teddy Bridgewater solidified that position. Their defense has been a constant as well. Von Miller back in his form. When you look at the Panthers, Sam Darnold, again, defense. But remember, they drafted for that 2 years ago when every draft pick was a defensive player. The Cardinals, oh yeah, Kyler Murray's coming into his own. How about the addition of Rondale Moore, the rookie receiver? And for the Rams, yeah, it's not just Matthew Stafford, but Aaron Donald and the rest of that defense really coming to play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a give. This is Murray. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Now Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murray. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Andrews. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Murray. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down at 4.
From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and he is all the way up past the 25. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control?
There he goes, right side. 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 73 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson now. Oh, Brown, a nice catch. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They go play action now. Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. Oh, he was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. He's at the 30, the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenyon Drake there to make the grab. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
That one's complete to Tomlinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Now it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the 2nd half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's got this down to the 35.
93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Carr to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the third quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They're on 17
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, Murray pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down at 7.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Murray. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On second and goal, Jackson. He'll buy some time right, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Now, this will be a return from deep in the end zone. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calais Campbell on the stop.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
At the 6-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit.
16. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike's 734. Time to go right now. Check.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
2nd and 4.
Go, go, go. Mike 637.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Carr a handoff here to Drake.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double tight, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Right now.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 14. 19 yards there on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
36, 36. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Heavy, heavy.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check. Show up. 6-18.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
131 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 39.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Check my board. Oh, yeah, pump.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Shifts by him, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Now Carr. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone